Hey, what's up, and welcome to live.besttechie.net, the place where we talk tech, answer your tech questions, of course, everything technology related. Facebook has a serious problem. In fact, they have two serious problems right now, and they both relate to Facebook pages. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with Facebook pages. Basically, what they are is they allow a company, a celebrity, a brand, anything, a person, anyone really, to create a page on Facebook. And then even a website too. Like my website, facebook.com/besttechie, you can become a fan of besttechie.net. So basically what these fan pages allow you to do, these Facebook pages, a lot of companies, what they're doing is they're creating a page for products, services, their company, and so on and so forth. And they're using social media to interact with their customers, their clients, their fans. And it's great in that aspect. It's good for managing the brand. It's good for promoting and just interacting with people. Now, the problem comes when oftentimes what happens is a company will will have an employee of the company, not necessarily the CEO of the corporation or the small business or the mom and pop shop, or even it doesn't even matter. Even the celebrity may hire someone to handle their Facebook and Twitter pages and things like that. But the real problem's on Facebook, and this comes in where what happens if the person either leaves that company, the person who manages the Facebook page, and they created it under their account, or they get fired, or they quit and they don't want to be associated with that page anymore. So here's what happens. Facebook, as of right now, does not offer a way to change the creator of the page. You have to literally find someone at Facebook, and that's not, it's no easy task. Not everyone knows somebody who has connections to Facebook, and you have to get them to do it for you. There's no way to, as of right now, to manually change the creator of a page. You could have multiple administrators, but you cannot change the founder of the page, which is a serious flaw and a serious problem. Now, especially when the person, is not associated with that page anymore, doesn't want to be. First, they could do some things that aren't so great if they left the company or were fired and they didn't like that. That could be potentially harmful to the brand or the company. So that's one thing. So in order to resolve that, in order to steer clear of any issues with that, what I typically recommend is you create a generalized account with an open email for the company, something like social media at your domain or whatever, and then you use that to manage as the opening creator account. That way you can either cut off somebody, change the password, and it won't be a problem. So that's one workaround, but even still, it's a serious flaw. I really think Facebook needs to address that. And they need to make it easier to change the creator of a page. The second one, which I think is even worse than the first, is that you have a company and you run the social media website, a social media portion of the company, or you're the CEO of a small company and you do the social media as well. So your competitor comes along, or someone who doesn't like you very much, and they say, "Hey, Facebook," they send Facebook a complaint saying that they don't think that you are the rightful owner of this page. So, for example, let's say someone came along and said, "I, Jeff Weisbein, am not the rightful owner of the Best Techie fan page." Now, hopefully, this wouldn't be the case, but Facebook doesn't really do their due diligence very well, and they don't really do the right kind of checking that I've seen. Because I have a friend who is having this issue right now, and as far as I know, it hasn't been resolved yet. So anyway, you get a complaint. Facebook gets a complaint. They look at it. They say, "Okay, we'll look into it," and then they take action. They don't really do, as I mentioned, very much checking, from what it seems, because this seems to be a pretty apparent problem. Happens pretty often. Or often enough that you take note of it. So they'll remove the person who's currently the founder, the creator of the fan page, even if they rightfully own it. Here's what really is the worst part, though. The email they send you has no way to contact them to counter that removal. So you're essentially left with an abandoned page, no way to manage it, and it's probably the worst feeling ever, especially when there's no way to contact Facebook. Now, I want to do a video and another video in a later date. I'm going to do a blog post on it too. But there's seriously a problem online right now in terms of being able to contact these web companies for support or for assistance, or there's problems that companies are having using them. It's literally impossible to find contact information unless you know somebody who works there. And it's really a big problem. Facebook needs to look into ways to improve the way you can the way they either manage the groups themselves, the pages themselves, in terms of removing people, and also create a better system in which you can remove people who are creators who no longer work for your company. It's a real problem. I'm curious to know what you guys think, though. Leave a comment. Let me know. I will read it as usual. You can email me, jeff@besttechie.net, and you can post on my website, besttechie.net. or on the forums, which is besttechie.net/forums. Let me know what you think. I'm curious. This is a real problem. If you know anyone who has who is currently having this problem, leave a comment. Let me know. Give me their fan page. We'll see what we can do, because this is honestly a real problem, and it's really getting out of hand. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. This has been live.besttechie.net. Until next time, we'll see ya. And remember, take care of your computers.